Throughout history, accounts of giants have been documented in various cultures. Historical records from every corner of the earth describe colossal beings of immense strength and stature. The Bible documents giants inhabiting the land before the flood. These Nephilim, offspring of fallen angels and human women, were described as powerful beings. Other ancient texts, like the Book of Enoch, support these accounts. These texts provide detailed descriptions of a time when giants roamed the earth. The giant phenomenon has an intercontinental reach. Historical accounts from various cultures describe these colossal beings. From Norse mythology to ancient Greece, the records share similarities. Giants are often depicted with immense strength and a connection to nature. Native American tribes recount historical legends of red-haired giants. The Paiute tribe tells of the Sitaka, red-haired cannibals. The Aztecs spoke of the Quinametsin, builders of pyramids. Irish historical accounts speak of the Fomorians, original inhabitants of Ireland, overthrown by the Tuatha De Danann, a race of gods. Fomorians were associated with chaos and destruction. These consistent narratives suggest a shared historical experience. In our quest to uncover the truth about ancient giants, we must turn to the tangible evidence left behind. Skeletal remains of enormous size, some with anomalous features like double rows of teeth or 6 fingers and toes, have been unearthed in various parts of the world. These findings, though often dismissed by mainstream science, align with the descriptions of giants found in ancient texts. Historical accounts and cultural records from various civilizations mention giants, often attributing the construction of megalithic structures like Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza to them. The sheer size and weight of the stones defy conventional explanations, leading some to speculate about a race of giants. Could their genetic legacy be the source of the occasional giant traits that still surface in modern humans? Our journey into the world of ancient giants is just beginning. Historical texts, including the Bible, describe a time when giants inhabited the earth, beings of significant size and strength. The Nephilim, mentioned in the Book of Genesis, were said to be the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, causing widespread turmoil. Their existence is linked to the events leading up to the Great Flood, a pivotal moment in biblical history. The biblical narrative contains numerous references to various tribes of giants who inhabited the land of Canaan and surrounding regions. Among the most documented were the Anakim, a race of giants noted for their height and strength. The Rephaim were another significant tribe of giants who lived in the land of Canaan. Og, king of Bashan, was a notable giant who was defeated by the Israelites. His bed, measuring 13 feet long, is a historical artifact that highlights his colossal size and strength. Perhaps the most iconic giant in biblical history is Goliath, the Philistine champion who challenged the Israelites to single combat. Towering over 9 feet tall, clad in bronze armor and wielding weapons of immense size and weight, Goliath epitomized the fearsome reputation of the giants. His very presence on the battlefield struck terror into the hearts of the Israelite soldiers, their courage faltering in the face of such a formidable foe. He taunted them day after day, his booming voice echoing across the valley, mocking their God and their inability to produce a champion to face him. The Israelites, paralyzed by fear, seemed powerless to respond, their hopes of victory dwindling with each passing day. And then came David, a young shepherd armed with nothing but a sling and 5 smooth stones. Unintimidated by Goliath's size and strength, David's faith in God was unwavering. He saw Goliath's defiance not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as an opportunity to glorify God and demonstrate the power of faith over fear. David's victory over Goliath is one of the most enduring stories in the Bible, a testament to the power of courage, faith, and the belief that even the most formidable obstacles can be overcome with God's help. While the Bible offers historical accounts of giants, the Book of Enoch provides detailed descriptions of their origins, actions, and fate. Considered apocryphal, it offers valuable historical insights, expanding upon the Genesis account of fallen angels and their leader, Semyaza. They imparted forbidden knowledge, leading to violence and wickedness. The Nephilim, their offspring, brought terror to humankind. Divine intervention led to their downfall, cleansing the earth. The Book of Enoch enriches our understanding of early human history. The Book of Jubilees, another ancient Hebrew text, offers its own perspective on the giants, echoing and expanding upon the Genesis account. It retells the story of creation, emphasizing God's covenant with humanity and the importance of adhering to his laws. The giants are depicted as the offspring of the sons of God and daughters of men, a consequence of transgression. Their presence on earth is seen as a violation of God's creation, altering the natural order. They are described as giants of great size dominating the land. The Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees offer insights into the biblical narrative of giants. They detail the giants' origins, deeds, and fate. These texts connect giants to fallen angels and their impact on humanity. They emphasize the giants' role in spreading violence and wickedness. The flood is portrayed as divine judgment to cleanse the earth. Examining these texts alongside the Bible enriches our understanding of ancient truths. They offer insights into historical accounts and cultural and biblical facts about giants. The past records shape our understanding of giants in history. Section 4. Beyond the Bible, a universal language of giants. The confirmation of the giants' narrative is its presence in historical accounts. Cultures worldwide have documented their own versions of giants in myths, legends, and ancient texts. From the Greek Titans to the Norse Jotnar, giants are recorded in the historical narratives of the ancient world. These accounts suggest a widespread historical and cultural recognition of beings larger than life. Section 1. Unearthing the giants' skeletal discoveries. For centuries, historical accounts of giant skeletons have circulated, often dismissed as folklore. Archaeological discoveries challenge conventional views, confirming that giants once walked the earth. Controversial finds in Lovelock Cave, Nevada, and the Caucasus Mountains add more factual information to the subject. These discoveries offer glimpses into a past where giants were a common part of historical and cultural discussions. Section 2. Anomalies and Anatomical Enigma, 6 fingers, double rows of teeth. Adding to the discussion of giants are the recurring reports of skeletal anomalies, features that defy the norms of human anatomy and align with descriptions found in historical texts. These anomalies, often dismissed as individual genetic mutations, take on a different significance when viewed through the lens of historical narratives that speak of actual tribes, giants possessing 6 fingers, 6 toes, and double rows of teeth. One of the most persistent anomalies reported in association with giant skeletons is polydactyly, the presence of extra fingers or toes. While not unheard of in modern humans, the frequency of this anomaly in giant remains raises questions. If we are intellectually honest, we can clearly see how these discoveries point to a genetic lineage distinct from modern humans. A lineage that aligns with historical accounts of giants. Equally intriguing are the reports of double rows of teeth found in some giant skulls. This anomaly, known as hyperdontia, is rare in modern humans but is well documented in certain species of animals. Its presence in giant remains, though often disputed, perfectly aligns with the descriptions found in historical texts, further challenging the idea that these discoveries are mere coincidence. These anatomical enigmas add another layer of complexity to the debate. They challenge us to consider the teachings of human evolution with its explanations may be a cover-up, and that the historical accounts we have long dismissed as myth may hold powerful nuggets of truth, waiting to be unearthed and understood. The debate surrounding giants extends to megalithic structures, those awe-inspiring feats of ancient engineering. Structures like Stonehenge in England, the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, and Tiahuanaco in Bolivia all share a common thread: the manipulation of massive stones with precision. The ancient city of Baalbek in Lebanon, for example, is home to the Temple of Jupiter, built atop a massive platform constructed from some of the largest stones ever used. One of these stones, known as the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, weighs an estimated 1,000 tons. While mainstream archaeology attributes these marvels to ancient humans, historical accounts and cultural and biblical facts suggest the involvement of giants. Could these structures be the remnants of a civilization of giants mentioned in historical and biblical texts? The implications are obvious. Despite the mounting evidence, both anecdotal and archaeological, the mainstream scientific community remains largely silent on the subject of giants. Skeletal discoveries are often dismissed as hoaxes or misinterpretations. Anatomical anomalies are attributed to genetic mutations instead of actual lineages, and megalithic structures are explained away as the product of human ingenuity and brute force. This reluctance to engage with the possibility of giants, some argue, stems from a fear of disrupting established paradigms, a fear of acknowledging that our understanding of human history and evolution may be incomplete, if not fundamentally flawed, and ultimately to dismiss the truth of the Bible and to hide presence of God. It is easier perhaps to dismiss the evidence than to grapple with its implications. However, historical accounts and cultural records like those found in ancient texts and biblical manuscripts cannot be forever ignored. Independent researchers, driven by curiosity and a thirst for knowledge beyond the confines of established dogma, continue to investigate the evidence, to connect the dots, and to challenge the accepted narratives. The internet, for all its flaws, has become a breeding ground for this alternative archaeology, a space where researchers and enthusiasts alike can share their findings, debate theories, and challenge the status quo. It is here, on the fringes of mainstream science, that the giants narrative is being kept alive, fueled by a growing body of evidence and a thirst for knowledge that refuses to be silenced. The journey into the world of giants is far from over, it is only just beginning. As we delve deeper into the enigma of ancient giants, a curious pattern emerges, a thread of scarlet woven through the tapestry of myth and folklore from cultures scattered across the map, the recurring motif of red hair. From the emerald shores of Ireland to the sun-drenched deserts of Nevada, from the towering mountain ranges of the Caucasus to the ancient mounds of North America, the association of red hair with giants persists, a tantalizing clue hinting at a shared ancestry, a forgotten chapter in the human story. The ancient Greeks, in their tales of the Titans, described these primordial beings as possessing fiery red hair, a symbol of their immense strength and volatile nature. The Norse sagas speak of red-haired giants dwelling in the icy realm of Jotunheim, their hair a reflection of the volcanic fires that raged beneath the frozen wasteland. Even the Bible, in its description of Esau, the ancestor of the Edomite people, notes his unusual red hair, a physical characteristic that set him apart and foreshadowed the tumultuous destiny of his descendants. This global prevalence of red-haired giants cannot be dismissed as mere coincidence. It suggests a deeper connection, a genetic marker that links these colossal beings across continents and cultures, hinting at a shared ancestry that predates the emergence of modern human populations. Could red hair be a remnant of this ancient lineage, a whisper of a time when giants walked the earth, leaving their mark not only on the landscape and in our collective memory, but also in the very fabric of our being? The prevalence of red hair among modern human populations, though relatively rare, is most concentrated in regions where giant legends abound, further strengthening the connection. From the British Isles and Scandinavia to the Caucasus Mountains and the Atlas Mountains of North Africa, red hair appears with greater frequency in regions where ancient tales of giants have been passed down through generations, suggesting a possible genetic link between these modern populations and their colossal predecessors. The evidence, though circumstantial, is compelling. The recurring motif of red hair in giant lore, coupled with its geographic distribution among modern human populations, points to a fascinating possibility that the giants of old were not merely figments of our ancestors' imaginations, but real beings who left an indelible mark on our collective memory, and perhaps even on our genetic heritage. The pursuit of this connection takes us deeper into the realm of archaeology, genetics, and the enduring mysteries of hybrid and genetically modified humans. Across the Atlantic, in the Americas, as mentioned, the association of red hair with giants is supported by Native American legends and archaeological discoveries. From the Ohio Valley to the Southwest, accounts of red-haired giants are found in the histories of civilizations of ancient America. The Paiute tribe recounts legends of the Siteka, red-haired cannibals who were driven into a cave and exterminated. Archaeological excavations in Lovelock Cave have yielded human remains of gigantic size. The Adena and Hopewell cultures left behind artifacts that suggest the presence of giant individuals. Skeletal remains exhibit unusual size, far exceeding the average size of known Native American populations. Some early European settlers mentioned red hair with these giant skeletons. The recurring theme of red-haired giants in Native American legends suggests a historical basis. These legends are clearly based on historical accounts of a race or tribe of giants in the Americas. The evidence is compelling enough to warrant further investigation. The possibility of a red-haired giant presence adds complexity to the historical narrative of a hybrid human migration in the Americas. As we dive further into the historical accounts of red-haired giants, we encounter a genetic connection to Neanderthals. Modern Europeans share DNA with Neanderthals, indicating interbreeding. Neanderthals carried a gene variant for red hair. Historical texts and cultural accounts of Neanderthals often mention red-haired beings who were not tall but had unusually robust and very strong bodies. This genetic link might explain the red hair in certain regions. The quest to unravel this mystery takes us deep into genetics and the genetic modification of humans, which was a clear violation to what God originally created. Our journey through time begins in the mists of prehistory, long before the written word, when knowledge was passed down through oral traditions and etched onto cave walls. The earliest accounts of giants come from the cradle of civilization, along the Nile, the Tigris, and the Euphrates rivers. The Sumerians left behind stories of giant beings known as the Annunaki, who were said to have descended from the heavens, a clear indication that they were actually fallen angels. In ancient Egypt, tales of giants are found in mythology and folklore. The god Osiris was said to have been a giant, his imposing stature a symbol of his power over life and death. Similarly, the pharaoh Akhenaten has been the subject of speculation, with some suggesting he may have possessed giant genes. Across the Mediterranean in Greece, the Titans were a race of giant false deities. Their leader Cronus is said to have devoured his own offspring, only to be defeated by his son Zeus. The Titans remained potent symbols of primal power. These ancient accounts serve only to fortify and confirm the Bible's account of the sons of God who had children with women that were the Nephilim, giants, mighty men, heroes of renown. They speak of a time when gods and giants were part of human history, and the boundaries between myth and reality were intertwined. While physical evidence remains elusive, the persistence of giant lore suggests a profound influence on their worldview. As the Roman Empire spread its dominion across Europe and the Mediterranean, assimilating diverse cultures and beliefs, the Bible's accounts of the Nephilim shaped medieval perceptions of giants. Medieval chronicles abound with stories of giants, both real and imagined. The Historia Brittonum recounts the discovery of a giant's grave during King Arthur's reign. The unearthed bones attested to the being's immense size. Saxo Grammaticus describes a legendary battle between two giants. Their clash shook the very foundations of the earth. The discovery of large skeletons became a recurring motif in medieval literature. These finds fueled the belief that a race of giants had once inhabited the earth. Their remains were seen as a tangible link to a bygone era. Some churches viewed these discoveries through a lens of religious skepticism, simply regular human beings who happened to be tall, rather than proof of a separate giant race. Despite these churches' attempts to reconcile giant lore with their erroneous teachings, the fascination with these colossal beings persisted throughout the Middle Ages, finding expression in art, literature, and popular culture. Giants became a staple of medieval romance literature, often depicted as antagonists to be vanquished by knights, their immense size and strength symbolic of the challenges faced by heroes on their quests. The medieval period, with its blend of faith, superstition, and burgeoning intellectual curiosity, witnessed a complex interplay of belief and skepticism regarding the existence of giants. While the church sought to control the narrative, interpreting giant lore through a false lens, intellectual minds remained captivated by these colossal beings, their enduring presence in medieval culture a testament to the enduring power of hidden truth and human fascination with the unknown. The age of exploration in the 15th century brought new lands, cultures, and species. Reports of giants in the New World fascinated Europeans. Columbus and Magellan documented encounters with tall natives, believed to be giants. In further attempts to hide the truth about giants, scholars later sought alternative explanations for these accounts. The quest to understand giants should be continued through historical and cultural research. The debate surrounding giants continues, fueled by historical accounts, cultural narratives, and biblical references. Ancient texts and cultural stories often describe giant individuals or populations, sparking ongoing interest and research. The internet fuels both genuine factual research and unsubstantiated claims, making it challenging to separate fact from fiction. The biblical flood, as described in ancient texts, reshaped Earth, altering human history and addressing the presence of giants. According to the Bible, God spared only Noah and his family, aiming to reset humanity with a righteous, untainted lineage. This event significantly reduced the genetic impurities of the giant lineage. The flood was a pivotal event in human history and our genetic heritage, as recorded in various cultural and biblical accounts. It represents a significant historical and genetic reset that re-established a pure bloodline for Yahweh's master plan for his children to unfold. As we have already illustrated, the biblical narrative includes accounts of giants which are significant in understanding ancient history and culture. These accounts often involve themes of bloodlines, lineage, and inheritance. Giants are depicted as beings that disrupted humanity's lineage. Their origins are described as the offspring of divine beings and human women. Giants are often portrayed as straying from divine order. The Bible mentions two seeds in Genesis chapter 3, the serpent's seed and the woman's seed. The serpent's seed is associated with evil and rebellion. The woman's seed is linked to righteousness and redemption. Giants are a part of this historical conflict, blending sacred and profane elements. The flood is described as a means to purge the corrupted lineage, cleansing the earth from the giants' influence. Noah's family was to preserve the pure lineage, continuing a lineage free from corruption. The story of giants serves as a historical account about maintaining spiritual purity, highlighting the dangers of deviating from the divine blueprint, and the lasting consequences of such actions. It underscores the interconnectedness of generations. Our choices have a profound impact on our descendants, shaping their destiny and history. The struggle between righteousness and corruption is a recurring theme, playing out in our minds, hearts, and actions and influencing the world. As we explore the connection between giants, the flood, and human bloodlines, we inevitably encounter the intriguing accounts of giants in historical and biblical records. Giants are mentioned in various cultures and texts, including the Bible, where they are often referred to as the Nephilim. The biblical flood, described in the Book of Genesis, is said to have been a divine response to the wickedness of humanity, including the presence of giants. These giants, depicted as formidable beings, have been a subject of fascination and speculation throughout history. Various archaeological discoveries of large bones have confirmed the existence of giants in ancient times. These findings are clear connections to the giant legends of old. It is apparent that the biblical flood wiped out several hybrid creatures. This is a clear indication that creatures like the Neanderthals, Cro-Magnon, Homo erectus, Australopithecus, and others were among the casualties, their lineage extinguished by the cataclysmic event. With careful observation, it seems that what we would call Neanderthal or any other, quote, caveman are beings that God did not create. It would not be unreasonable to connect what we would call cavemen are genetically connected to the fallen angel lineage. However, their existence as a separate hominid species, with whom our ancestors interbred, adds another layer of complexity to the story mankind and the possibility of encountering remnants of ancient lineages in our own DNA. Section 4. The Caveman Connection, Unraveling the Threads of Ancestry. The term caveman evokes images of Neanderthals who left behind tools, artwork, and skeletal remains. Historical accounts suggest that early humans and Neanderthals coexisted and interacted. Discoveries of large bones have been documented throughout history, which is clear evidence of giants. The quest to trace our ancestry through historical and biblical records continues to inspire awe and a thirst for knowledge. Section 1. Echoes of the Giants. The journey through the realm of ancient giants is one of profound historical accounts and cultural significance. From ancient texts to archaeological discoveries, the evidence is clear that giants once walked the earth. The Bible and extra-biblical texts provide detailed accounts of their origins and deeds. Skeletal remains with anomalies align with descriptions found in ancient texts, supporting historical records. The prevalence of giant lore across continents indicates a shared human experience, documented in various cultures and historical periods. The quest continues. The quest to uncover the historical accounts of ancient giants is far from over. It is an ongoing journey of discovery, from ancient texts to genetic analysis, from megalithic structures to cave paintings. Independent researchers challenge mainstream science, fueled by curiosity and new technologies. The internet fosters alternative archaeology, where new discoveries and interpretations emerge. The quest for truth continues. Section 3. A Legacy of Wonder. The enduring fascination with ancient giants is deeply rooted in historical accounts and cultural narratives. From the Nephilim mentioned in the Bible to the giants of Greek mythology, these stories have been passed down through generations. The stories we tell about giants, found in ancient texts and cultural traditions, shape our understanding of history and influence our interpretation of archaeological findings. Giants, with their immense size and strength, are often depicted in historical and biblical texts as beings of great power and significance, influencing the course of human history. These accounts remind us of the rich tapestry of human history and the diverse ways in which different cultures have sought to explain the world around them. They challenge us to delve deeper into historical and cultural studies, to explore the origins of these narratives, and to understand their impact on our collective history. The legacy of the giants is not merely a collection of ancient tales, but a significant part of our historical and cultural heritage, reflecting the enduring quest to understand our past. It is a legacy that continues to inspire historical inquiry, cultural appreciation, and a thirst for knowledge that will endure until the kingdom comes and we understand it all. Thanks for watching. If you found this video enlightening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also feel free to check out the powerful books written by TKW. The link is in the description.